cooperation for a successful program, the House of Representatives ACA Committee on Inauguration
six-day sitting
6 protocols and requested
of
US
the first
$3,000
session
from the
of the
Speaker to be
55th
funded
Legislature
through the House's
of the
budget.
Republic of Liberia.
The Speaker was able to approve
This session is held
$50,000
in the chambers of the
The
House of
below-listed activities were
Representatives
executed
here
in
up
the form
Capitol
provided
Hill
by the Speaker.
in Monrovia. My name is Prince Moba. Thanks for joining us. The session has just begun. We are following the day
3 additional chair rentals, 300 pieces,
following
4
acts
printing
or
of
invite
labels and seating arrangements
someone to watch
of
it along
precedence,
with you and also
5
share
office of the
our
chief clerk, 6
live
office of the
videos.
sergeant at arms,
My name is Prince
7
and thanks for joining
communication
us.
and press department,
Keep
8
tuned.
finance department, 9 maintenance department, 10 LBO, 11 police cause, 12 security house. 13 purchase of toiletries, 14 rental of canopies and tables, 15 transportation and miscellaneous. The committee secured vehicle passes for members of the assigned of official vehicles and license plates. We received passes and distributed them among the designated lawmakers. Refreshment. For the purpose of refreshment, the executive mansion grounds accommodated 1,000 persons, while the Capitol building was used to refresh 3,000 persons. Challenges. Assembling more than 4,000 persons on the grounds of the Capitol was a huge challenge, as several persons, including President Joseph Boakai Sr., became victims of heat exhaustion. The formulation of the AHAP inaugural committee was not well timed. The committee was formed just a few days to the date of the inauguration, thus making it difficult to have full control over its mandates. Getting full cooperation from different line ministries and agencies that had direct oversight to the implementation of the program was equally challenging. Insufficiency of form impeded the function of the committee as well. Recommendation. 1. The committee recommends that organizers of such event in the future should avoid overcrowding. Half of 4,000 people will be invited in the future. Effects of overcrowding. President Boakai fully ended his speech due to heat exhaustion. Reports say 1 person died and 4 others were hospitalized owing to the same heat exhaustion. 2. To avoid embarrassment in the future, we recommend the establishment of a joint legislative transitional team comprising incoming and outgoing lawmakers. That committee will be tasked working with the joint presidential transitional team for the success of election. 3. Since getting the full cooperation of different line ministries and agencies,
Honorable colleague. If you cannot come in session peacefully, we'll ask the Sergeant Arms to escort you out.
Since getting the full cooperation of different line ministries and agencies that have direct oversight to the implementation of the program was challenging, it is recommended that those entities are communicated to in advance, spelling out their direct responsibilities. 4. The committee also recommends that funding be made available in a timely manner to avoid rush. Conclusion. Since presidential inauguration is a delicate task, it's envisaged that responsible agencies are given the needed support in time to do their jobs. Committee members, committee members, Honorable Richard Nambekun, Monserrato County Chairman, Honorable Mama Grace Mensa, Bon County Co-Chair, Honorable Samuel Enders, Monserrato Member, Honorable Julie Fatoma Wia, Lofa Member, Honorable Rogi Yatu Berry, Monserrato Member, Honorable Emmanuel Dan, Monserrato Member, Honorable Sam B. Jala, Bomi Member. Mr. Speaker, honorable ladies and gentlemen, that was a reading of the report from the ICA Committee on Inauguration.
The reading of the report from the ICA Committee on Inauguration. What is your will and pleasure? Honorable Hill.
Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, after hearing the reading of the ad hoc inaugural committee report about Martina second, I move that the report that been read be accepted. Open up for discussion.
It has been moved and seconded that the report be accepted and open up for discussion. Are you ready to vote? Honorable Sibo.
To the moment, I'll be ready to vote, noting that this report is exhaustive as it can be. That the report has been noted.
I will accept that amendment in the motion.
Well, that's a radical change of the motion, because the motion was essentially for discussion, and you are asking him to amend that there be no discussion. No. I just need to establish the basis, because then there was no point in the motion. So, are you accepting that we just accept the report and file it?
Okay, let me consider that. I want it to be, I would deny.
It's rejected. It's rejected. Honorable Banks, it's rejected, Honorable Sibo. Honorable Banks. Are you ready to vote? All those in favor say aye. Opposed, nay. The report is open. Honorable Kuhn. Before we proceed, Honorable Chief Clerk, was the report signed? No. All members of the committee need to sign the report, please. So, can we circulate it for those who are here to sign the report? Before we file it. Honorable Kuhn has the floor.
Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, fellow colleagues.
So do we discuss the report that was not signed with the Speaker?
If you look at the report form, it's in the form of a memo. And we see the form of a memo.
Honorable Sibo, you're out of order. There are reasonable members of the committee here. They are passing it around to sign. In the meantime, let's proceed.
So
That will be the new procedure that we discussed.
the report is in the form of a memo.
Honorable Sibo is out of order.
The report in the form of a memo is received from the chairpersons and signed on the cover page, automatically listing members of the committee. So it's like a memo. But one thing I want to discuss briefly on the report, saying it is already clear and well understood, the issue of the disbursement in the $15,000. There was detail attached to the chief clerk did not read the detail. It is attached to the see attached expenditure. Yeah, okay. So we have an attached expenditure, Mr. Speaker, honorable members. It's attached expenditure. The report is the currency came in two different currency. One came in the US dollars, $10,000. Another came in $950,000. And according to the report detail, as per the accounting principles, we don't report in two currency. So I have to accumulate it to one currency for reporting purpose. So for that reason, you see the report clearly. I circulated copies to all my members in the various offices. I expect the 10,000 usage. Though we budgeted, we did not go by the budget because budget is an estimate. We didn't budget for 20 pieces of disposable toilet. We never budgeted for renting of chairs. Now that we budget for canopies. Now we budget for table. But this thing came about of the program. So if you check the detail, you will see that on actual expenditures, these things were captured because we didn't budget for it. When we budgeted earlier, we have to reduce some of those costs to accommodate the 15,000 to be able to bring in these various expenditures that we never budgeted for. So copies should be made available to all members, so you can see here maybe you want to question because you don't have copies now to ask. Let me just read out. Protocol Department, Cumulatively, I'm not going to read the Labrador portion. They were given $3,900. Office of the Chief Clerk were given $1,000 United States dollars. Office of the Sergeant at Arms were given $400. Communication Department were given $200. Rental Department were given $500. Press and others were given $400. Finance Department were given $700. Public Accounts $300. LBO $300. Police House and other security were given $150 each. Purchase of toilet tissues and other accessories. We spent $200. Rental of chairs $500. Rental of canopies $500. Rental of table $500. 20 pieces of disposable toilet. Compensation and fuel accumulated $3,000. Miscellaneous tips and others. Casual laborers $1,003. Transportation for chairs, canopy tables, and others $800. Giving us cumulative of $15,000. So you see the details there as we spell out the Labrador portion and the Imperial portion. This is one of the basic things maybe that the chief clerk did not read out, and we tend to be very transparent along with saying it openly. Thank you so much, Speaker.
Okay, we'll open it. We will have a 10-minute discussion on this report. Honorable Benson.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, colleagues, can this matter for discussion be postponed until every member of this House get a copy of that report and digest it, and in the next section we can forward for discussion?
You put that in the form of a motion. Can you please repeat that in the form of a motion?
Order.
Mr. Speaker,
Order denied, Mr.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, colleagues, I move that these discussions be postponed for further discussion until copies are distributed, copy of that these reports are distributed to all members of this honorable body.
Honorable Speaker, I think we are proceeding. Right now, so moving already. I'm opening the discussion. And he's coming at the second movement. So I don't know how to operate it today because
No.
Speaker of the movement.
Okay, no.
So it should be allowed query or suggestion.
No. So I recognize that I'm a little bit slow from yesterday's hectic day, but I thought we voted on opening the report. If we did that and the report is open, I can entertain another motion. If I so decided and we decided to entertain that motion, the motion was made. Are you ready to vote? We postpone, hold on, let me set the basis. That you postpone the report until every member has the opportunity to receive a copy, read it, and review it. I must caution before we proceed to vote the chief clerk staff again that we said every report that comes on the agenda has to have copies sent to the members. Are you ready to vote? Already, Honorable Foucault.
Speaker, fellow colleagues, Speaker, are we ready to vote? Were you to specify or to include in your motion that the reports will be available on Wednesday in our respective offices, and today is an addition to that, where you can have those reports available in our offices, and then to be deliberated on Thursday. Thank you. United Office will call you.
Mr. Speaker, I said.
I'm ready to vote. Honorable Sibo.
Mr. Speaker, considering logistics around report and the fact that going forward.
Are you making an amendment to the motion?
Yes,
you gotta address. No, we have for previous business. You gotta address the movement.
You could not go sending him Mr. Speaker.
I understand that.
To the movement, considering the complexities on logistics, that you accepted that this report will be available tomorrow. My unreadiness is that those two things may clash, and so I will be ready to vote if an extension is up to Tuesday next week for us to deliver the report.
Deny was useful.
But we already had one unreadiness on the floor. Huh? Already, Honorable Thomas.
Okay. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, my fellow colleagues, I will be ready to vote for the moment. I will be ready to vote if we can also include, since we have this complexity with members of our team that does not have offices, we can also have a chat room that everybody can read it instantly. If that is accepted, I will be ready to vote.
Honorable Sibo. No, he has a motion on the floor. Let's go. Do you accept or reject that the copy of the report be placed in the chat room? Accept it. Are you ready to vote? Already, Honorable Kane. The members, the house will be in order. It's only fair when you have your turn, other people give you the opportunity to speak. You have to extend the same courtesy to your colleague. Honorable Kane, proceed.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, to the movement, I'll be ready to vote, taking into consideration that the chat room is not a proper place to put item that has to do with the smooth running of this chamber to be put into the chat room. I'll be ready to vote if the movement will accept that amendment. Thank you.
The movement has been addressed. Let him accept or reject, and then we can come to your information.
Mr. Speaker, I reject.
Information. Hold on. Information on Bogara.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, my information here, Speaker, we are living in a digital world. There are many ways people receive communications through emails, through text messages, messages, and WhatsApp.
Information denied. It's already rejected. So you repeating it doesn't do anything. Are we ready to vote all in favor of the motion as amended? Honorable Johnson. Honorable Johnson, take the mic, please.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues to the movement, I'll be ready, provided that the placement of this information, this report, is an official report of this House. And that chat room is not an obscure environment. We have to be very careful of the way we manage our information. That chat room is not a secure environment. So I'll be ready if we use the appropriate means for the distribution of the report and not the chat room.
That was previously rejected, so we consider it rejected. Information denied. Are you ready to vote? All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. The motion carried. Madam Chief Clerk, can you distribute copies of the report to the members on the agenda? But let me just say something about this chat room business. Honorable Johnson, you know, documents displayed here are public documents. So that, yeah, but Oscar, you can't get a gavel. Okay. Documents discussed here are public documents, so there is no reason why they can be documents discussed in executive session is a different matter. Next.
J. Fonati Kofa, Speaker, House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia, January 30, 2024. Dear Honorable Speaker, a call to validate the actual balances reported. I stand to you, Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and my statement.
Madam Chief Clerk, I thought we were going to the report on rules, order, and administration. It's not available. Okay. Are we at induction?
Induction.
I'm recording you.
What?
Where are you recording?
We are here responsible for true. I want to seize your thing here for only. I don't want to advocate for the young know who's going to talk for you. They big and I want to talk about family one record. I got yellow that don't way by Yabro. I didn't record it and I only want to record. I come to a banana outside.
This is a solemn ceremony for one of your colleagues who's about to join you, Honorable Atta Red and Honorable Abu Kamara. We appreciate if you attend this session.
Abu Kamara just stepping in someone who left way back football.
We are going to begin the ceremony. Recently, repeat after me. I, do solemnly swear.
Now would you recall?
I will support,
Uphold, protect, and defend
The recall.
the Constitution and laws of the United States.
Oh, the United States. All
So that's Nima County District number 4 representative, newly elected representative, and certificated it's been inducted.
Councilor Jim, Article 5, Speaker, House of Representatives, Republic of Liberia.
Honorable Flo.
January 10, 2024.
For what purpose you raise your hand? For what purpose you raise your hand? You go ahead.
Mr. Speaker, I would think that the reason our honorable colleague, based on the reading of the oath, there's a slight mistake all people are bound to earn. There's a slight mistake, and the journalist will take that on the radio soon from now. So I would think you redo it because you say the rules of the United States of America declare. So please, can you please redo that to have a period one pass?
It was corrected in flight. It was not a motion, it was corrected in flight due to temporary distraction. Honorable Bishop.
You got to talk to Mobile. I'm speaking here.
Honorable Mother, please. So we were administering the oath, got distracted, we made a correction in flight, and that correction was a minor mistake. Proceed.
Dear Honorable Speaker, in call to validate the actual balances reported.
What's over here?
I sent to you, Mr. Speaker, the colleagues, during the State of the Nation's address, delivered by His Excellency, January 29, 2024, President Barker mentioned that the total amount in the consolidated account at the time of the transition was $200.5 million, which is a sharp contrast to what was reported by former President Weah. Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, fellow colleagues, noting that this can be easily validated, I write that we invite the Central Bank of Liberia that passes the consolidated account to accepting the facts surrounding the circumstances. Thanks for your kind consideration. Sincerely yours, Nixon W. Seymour, Representative elected District 16, Montreal. January 30, 2024. Honorable Councilor J. Fonanti Kofa, Speaker of the Honorable House of Representatives, Cabinet Building, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Speaker Kofa, with compliments, I herewith write to crave the indulgence of the Honorable House of Representatives to invite the Governor of the Central Bank of Liberia to address the actual status of the Government of Liberia's net international reserves and Government of Liberia consolidated account balances as of December 31, February 19, 2024, and January 22, 2024, respectively. Honorable Speaker, my communication is introduced by the former President of the Republic of Liberia, His Excellency George Weah, last address to the nation on January 21, 2024, in which he says, quote, and I am handing over to the next administration a net international reserve position of $222,700,000 United States dollars. The total cash balance in the government's consolidated accounts is US $40,044,365.90. Unquote. This statement is not being concurred with by his successor, President Joseph Newman Boyka Sr. Honorable Speaker, in President Boyka's first State of the Nation address on January 29, 2024, he says the net international reserve position reported at the end of December 2023 was US $220 million. The report of US $40 million as the GOL's consolidated account balances as at January 19, 2024, and is not supported by the fact. The balance reported by the CBL as of the same date was US $20.5 million United States dollars, highly encumbered, not US $40 million. Honorable Speaker, it is the fundamental rights of the people, of the public, to be informed about government and its functionaries as enshrined in Article 15C of the 1986 Constitution of the Republic of Liberia. In pursuit of the right, there shall be no limitation on the public right to be informed, and as such, the information should be accurate and consistent. In the above-mentioned case, there is inaccuracy and inconsistencies. With the aforementioned, I pray the indulgence of the plenary of the House of Representatives to invite the Governor of the Central Bank of Liberia to address this serious national regarding the accuracy and consistency of the government of Liberia's net international reserves and government of Liberia's consolidated account balances as of December 31, 2023, January 19, 2024, and January 22, 2024, respectively. Thanks for your usual cooperation. Truly yours, Honorable Alva K. Jones, Representative, Letter District 2, Miami County. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Honorable ladies and gentlemen, now the reading of two communications from your honorable colleagues of this great body.
With the reading of the communications from the two honorable members, what is your will and pleasure? Honorable Samson William.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues. Having followed the reading of two communications from our colleagues, namely Honorable Dixon Wawisibo of District 16, Mosurado County, and Honorable Avake Jones of District 2, Mangibi County, considering the closeness of these two communications, I move, if I can be seconded, that proponents of the communication give us some briefing and plenary have a final decision on what can be done moving forward.
So second.
There has been moved and seconded that we obtain briefing from the proponents of the communications. Are you ready to vote? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. The ayes have it. We will give each of the proponents about 2 minutes to give the required briefing, and we'll start with Honorable Sibo.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, colleagues. First, I want to start by thanking my colleague from Mangibi, who has, whilst we were in separate locations, but thinking in the same direction, but I'm sure our presentation will take different perspectives.
You're too close to your mouth.
The DJ is speaking. Let me go in. My specialist.
Mr. Speaker, when the former president took over in January of 2018, he reported that he was inheriting $17 billion in our current account, our consolidated account, and $150,000 in reserve. As at his departure, he reported his final message on January 28th that he was leaving $40 billion in our consolidated account and $220 billion in reserve. Once these balances change on a daily basis or as and when reports are done, they can be validated as at the time of report. So any one of us or any bank who houses this Governor of Liberia's account can go in on that exact date and we know the balance.
Let me also note that, Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker and colleagues, that the amounts reported as and when President George Manawiya took over and once he was leaving are far in excess of where he met them. He met 150 million users and left a resounding 222 million, indicating that significantly we are out of balance in terms of the economic outlook. However, Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, colleagues, when President Joseph Nimambwaka addressed us just yesterday, he stated that balances in our current account were at 20.5 billion. 19.5 billion differential. Mr. Speaker, I'm concerned about security issues, I'm concerned about public perception, I'm concerned about transparency. When news of 16 billion and 25 billion was falsely told in this country, it derailed our country economy. A lot of investors did not come in because of perception. Until the right reports were done and validated, the public was disenfranchised. Did our former president tell a lie? Is the current president saying the truth? Were the facts not in place when the former president spoke? Is the current president misrepresenting the facts? We need to know. Because each of us have said that we want to be transparent. And note, Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, before I take my seat, that this misinformation has the propensity of setting the economy off track. And so, I want to conclude, Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, and colleagues, that because we can validate just with the press of a button, we call in the central bank immediately I mean on our next sitting on Thursday, so that they come and just validate to us what is the actual amount, so that we know where we are and we know where we are going. The month is ending, people must get paid. And if you are discussing 20.5 billion, which is far below the total wage bill for the month, you are suggesting to Liberians that you cannot pay us for January. The public needs to know, and that's why this call is resound. Thank you, Mr. Speaker, police, and I reserve the right to return if I'm given the opportunity. Thank you.
No, your time has expired.
Thank you, Mr. Presiding, please. Let me also extend thanks to the colleagues from District number 16, Sibo, for writing similar communication. Honorable Speaker, the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia is clear as defined in it says the public should be informed about the government and its functionaries. The Speaker, we have a history, like my colleague said, I almost degraded the peace of this country, the issue of the 16 billion. It is good that we put the numbers to where they should be. There should be accuracy in our numbers, and the good thing are those numbers doesn't lie. And especially in accounting reporting, reports are made on a particular day. What caught my attention is for the past and the present leaders, which is president, to be reporting on for a particular date and giving two different videos. I see inaccuracy and inconsistency. It is good enough that we invite the central bank governor before this honorable body to give a clear picture of what the country reserve is and also what the considered data balance is. And will put us on a good footing in terms of accountability, transparency, and integrity that will attract investors
to our country. With this, Honourable Speaker, I want to rest and come back if opportunity is afforded. Thank you.
The time of the gentleman has expired. With the briefing received from the both proponents of the communication, what is your will and pleasure? Honorable P. Mike Jury.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, fellow colleagues, I've been listening to the Sky debate presented by our colleagues, referencing the President Emeritus statement and the President actual statement for the purpose of reconciliation. I move, Honorable Speaker, fellow colleagues, that the Central Bank of Liberia to be invited to plenary as a custodian of the records on next week, Thursday, on Thursday, meeting to give the true story of the account. I so move.
It has been moved and second that the Central Bank of Liberia be invited to give clarity on matters of the accounts. What's your will and pleasure? Are you ready to vote? I'm sorry. Ready, Honorable Bishop.
Thank you, Speaker. I'll be ready to vote if the movement in regards to the presentation of the two letters I indicated to us. In conclusion, one is saying misinformation, and in Alpha Jones' presentation right now, also Marty lines. I'll be ready to vote if, because the burden of truth lies on the head of that excuse. But the person here I elect, it's a similar thing as saying, like, accusing that one of the two presidents, former and current, are not saying the fact. I will be ready to vote if these people who are even giving us an information that this is not a fact, based on readings, based on the president's presentation, then before we can even send for the central government, but just say what the president has said, it means that it's not a fact, and to say when they cannot provide to us, I mean, some evidence, I'm like, I'll be ready to do that. Provide an evidence.
The gentleman is out of order. Honorable Alex Noah. Already, Honorable Alex Noah.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, I will be ready to vote. I will be ready to vote. Honorable Foko. Given the gravity of these two communications and the convolutions from the two leaders, I will be ready to vote that the movement, instead of next week Thursday, we do it coming Thursday. That was the motion. Thank you.
Already, Honorable Flomo.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, esteemed colleagues, I will be ready to vote the movement if the government can find along with principal deputies. Since the president has already circumscribed the debate, and the coming of the central bank is important, all of the deputies are
Honorable Mama Breeze. Already.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, colleagues. For the movement to inform our discussion for the central bank, I will be ready to vote. But we can also do a communication to the President and the past President to tell us what informed the decision, the discussion on
Already, Honorable Kane. After Honorable Kane is Honorable Koluba.
The central bank
from Bom.
Yeah, from Bom. Sorry.
There was an error.
The central bank is the custodian of the single account. And so they are coming here to establish it. And so they will give us I reject.
Alright, Honorable Kane, on readiness. I will get to you from Kane to Koluba, then to Thomas and proceed.
I will be ready to vote, taking into consideration that the House went through committee. I will be ready to vote if the movement will accept this application to be sent over to the committee. Banking and finance and will I will be ready to vote if the movement will accept.
Honorable Koluba on readiness.
To the movement, Mr. Nina, I'll be ready to vote. If the invitation, communication I'll be waiting to the central bank governor will indicate why he's being invited here. Because we don't want to say where the governor will come and say the judge told me to come. Let me indicate that you need to come and get some clarity. And what I don't clarity, I need to be in. I'm so sorry.
That is the purpose they are coming for. So surpluses do not be shared, I said.
Honorable Thomas.
Okay, so thank you, Mr. Speaker. I will not speak on Deputy Speaker and to the movement. I will be ready to vote if we can also, because the information is clear and unabated, that the information provided by the two presidents was given by the central bank. I will be ready to vote if we can also invite the GSC to go and validate the information.
The GSC can come after the validation. After the validation is obvious, depending on the
No. You gotta accept or reject that. Honorable Thomas, you already asked, he's going to respond to you.
I just want to get it clear. Did you say after the appearance of the central bank?
Well, after the appearance of the central bank, we'll make a decision on what to do next. The gentleman is out of order. Honorable Flo.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I'll be ready to vote. One thing should be clear. This is a new government. We need to know the balances and our people need to know that. So it must be very clear that we invite the central bank governor to come here and get clarity so our people can be aware. Thank you.
Okay. I will take two more because that's not just one of the statements. I don't see an administrative motion. Honorable, I will take three. Honorable Don, Honorable Fabula, and Honorable Cohen will close this.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues for the movement. I do appreciate the punctuality.
No, you have to make an amendment to this motion.
I'll be ready to vote. We were
to transfer this matter to either specialized committee or the committee on banking and finance. This statement by the president was just made yesterday. Let them do their own fact finding before we make decision.
That the governor come along with all those who are lying and commenting on the subject matter. This is relevant. He's already accepted. No, he are not there. Yesterday, he was told to bring all his deputies and accepted that. Okay. Honorable Kuhn, I will take one more.
Fellow colleagues, for the moment, I want our communication to be very clear to the team as well. Because the president said that the 40 billion were highly incumbent in our 2 million debt and expenditure surrounding the billion.
Honorable, is that an amendment to the motion?
Yeah, I'm asking for the communication to be exactly January 19.
So, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Well, it should be as a meeting. You do not have the floor. You do not have the floor. Sir, you do not have the floor. You do not have the floor. Honorable Foko, with the sergeant, I'll be a sweat Honorable Foko outside. Information on about June.
It was not in the
a non-ministry or agency on the speaker. A communication of such that is intended to invite a non-ministry or agency have no reason for an individual or a member to have a motion of reconsideration. The motion of reconsideration should be on issue of bill, such as a major decision taken on an act to be communicated to the House of Senate. But in this case, wherein we are inviting the Central Bank Governor to provide an information to this body regarding the balances Central Bank as of a particular date. Mr. Speaker, our member or a member of this House may now hold this House motion at hostage. So based upon that, I would want you to please back this motion for reconsideration so that we can proceed.
Rather than draft the gentleman's motion that we noted, we're going to try the motion for consideration now. Honorable Koga.
Any motion or reconsideration may be withdrawn or modified by a mover at any time before a decision, amendment, or order of the hearing. I am saying to say that the gentleman who filed a motion for reconsideration are here proactive to say I will try it now or I will file it in 2 hours. He can be coerced. So let us be legislative prudent. So besides that, the issue of review that honorable, excuse me, sir. Presiding, I'm happy. The discussion on the review have been voted upon. So the honorable gentleman from Magiri County had nothing to provide any information because the vote was taken in the final motion for reconsideration. They are very noticed.
Okay, so honorable, because the communication calls for appearance on Thursday, and because the motion for reconsideration time is, I believe, 3 days time period, it falls within the period of time, and therefore, in order to give justice to the motion for reconsideration and the time that was given and voted upon, we have to try that motion within that period, and we have to try it now. Order denied. Information honorable Koluba.
Our rules are very, very clear. Not because of the time we will go against our rules. Our rules say the man that called for reconsideration, she had 3 days, and we should respect our rules.
There is no violation of the rule. The time for the appearance is less than 3 days. Therefore, it is within 3 days. He has to try it before the time of appearance. Otherwise, the motion will be dead. So he has to try it within a period of time. We have to try it within a period of time. Honorable Ability.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, this matter here, I believe it's an issue of national concern, and it also goes up on national security. When two presidents issue statements that contradict one another, we have to treat that as an emergency. Delaying that is to encourage filibustering and also encourage the lack of transparency. This review regime, no one in this regime or the regime party is allowed to misinform the Nigerian people. We have two presidents. One of them is what information that is not accurate. We need to know which one of them. There will be nothing that will stop us from going to the battle of this. Mr. Speaker, this is why it is important that these people that we have there, you set up a committee that can review a realistic amendment to keep this house as a secret house. And this legislation under your leadership must exercise a degree of transparency on all matters. We should proceed with this issue and send for the central bank to come and tell us what money George Bear left in the account and what money Joseph Walker left.
Former President, we are and President Brown.
President, we are and President Walker.
Thank you very much. Honorable Colette. Honorable Colette, I'm inclined to try a motion now because the time for the appearance is Thursday.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, and distinguished colleague, let me start my statement to say that this house is a rule-based house. It is the rule that governs this floor, and I, being privileged to represent the sons and daughters of District Number 2, Jogole, Bond County, the District Senate, would definitely try my best, Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, to work in accordance with the rule. At no time that we will have interest in shying anything away from the Liberian people. Whether the outgoing president or the new president, they had disagreement. We want it to be exposed to the Liberian people to know as to who they say the truth. But Mr. Speaker, let it be known that the issue of our rule cannot be violated on the basis of people's personal perception of the issues. If you are the rule, if you are the real rule 17.3, Mr. Speaker, it did not state as to whether this money or not. And I want to be on the record. I know that with the gavel, it will not go my way. Pay your word.
Order denied, the gentleman has the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Those are previous for me. So, Mr. Speaker, like I was saying, with this, it gives me the exclusive right, pay 17.3, and to our police. There is nothing indicating this rule that says this motion must be tested and tried today. In other words, I said, Mr. Speaker, you don't have the attention, please.
Honorable Koga. Honorable Koga and Honorable God. Honorable Colette, proceed. I think Honorable Colette is in consultation.
No. We have mastered that eye. We did not stop. That's why we are ready to move sufficiently. Then I was saying to you, 17.3 is clear. There is nowhere in 17. Our please present the speaker. Let me get a year, please. So, Mr. Speaker, there is absolutely nowhere in this room that says that this motion must be tested and tried today. But like I said to you earlier, because I don't want to be defiant to the gavel. If we read further to P of 17.4, it said when a motion for reconsideration has been accepted in keeping with the rules, the building respect of the motion shall not be spoken of until after 3 days.
I'm glad the gentleman has just cited a correct rule because the letter on the floor and the motion is not about a bill. The 3-day rule is not about. It is not a bill. It is overruled. Are you ready to vote on the motion for reconsideration? All those in favor of to reconsider this matter, please vote and say aye.
Request for the immediate closure and relocation of the solid waste on the Wenton constitutory site to the Cheeseman Bread landfill site in order to cut a potential health epidemic. Dear Honorable Speaker, we wish to bring to the attention of
Chief Clerk, did you skip item E? Honorable Noah. Honorable Noah. Honorable Noah, approach the chair.
Councillor J. Konati Kofa, Speaker, House of Representatives,
Information, Honorable Kuhn.
That's the motion for reconsideration.
The gentleman is on order. We'll pass it out. Next.
The Honorable Speaker, in the areas for Article 58 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, the President appeared before the Cameroon legislature to report on the state of affairs, detailing income and expenditure, while at the same time laying bare his legislative plan for the ensuing year. Interestingly, I would like to specifically emphasize his mention of the drug epidemic, which has emerged as this generation's greatest menace, affecting potential young men and women who have fallen prey to drug addiction, thus becoming not only a burden but an essential threat to society. Honorable Speaker and distinguished members, President Boakai also makes a clarion call to everyone to stand in this fight together as it poses a national security threat, and took a bold step by establishing a multi-sectorial steering committee comprising the ministries and agencies of government. Hence, this legislature, I believe, should support the President in every way necessary to ensure that his agenda to fight drug trafficking and abuse is met. In the 54th legislature, we became the co-sponsor of a landmark bill that got enacted into law and today known as the amended drug law, upon which His Excellency Joseph Raymond Boakai has premised his fight. Additionally, and as a way to get the 55th legislature directly involved in tackling this national emergency, I hereby propose, should this meet your consent, as well as plenaries, the establishment of a leadership committee on drug rehabilitation and reintegration. Honorable Speaker, I strongly hold the belief that establishing such committee will provide effective oversight of the multi-sectorial steering committee that has been established by the President with a direct mandate to fight against drug use and abuse, which could potentially enhance a positive result in the end. I'm therefore looking forward to areas of this proposal as
let's not be provocation. Honorable Fumo. You have to stop. There was a letter be read on the floor, Honorable Fumo. Please, Honorable Clerk, proceed.
With sentiments of my highest esteem, I remain sincerely Honorable Ambassador Elliot Atterred, Representative Electoral District 3, Mankiwi County. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Honorable ladies and gentlemen, I also read up a communique from a colleague, Elliot Atterred of District 3, Mankiwi County.
Would you read a communication from Honorable Elliot Atterred asking plenary indulgence to change the rules to allow for and institute a statutory committee on drug rehabilitation and integration? What is your will and pleasure? Honorable Colette. Honorable Clay, you have the floor.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Deputy, Honorable Chairman, Executive, distinguished colleagues, having listened to the communication from my well-learned colleague from Magidi County, my home district, and taking into consideration that the issue of drugs is affecting us, and particularly the youthful sector I privileged to form part. I will move, Mr. Speaker and distinguished colleagues, if I can obtain a second, that said communication being open for discussion, subsequently followed by the appropriate legislative action.
Okay, yeah, we move and seconded that communication be open for discussion. All those in favor, are you ready to vote? You're not ready to vote? All those in favor say aye.
We're ready to vote.
We already voted. All those say nay. Opposed. And the ayes have it. The communication is open. Any after you have 2 minutes.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, we cannot overemphasize on the need of us fighting collectively to, if not to eradicate, but at least minimize the abuse of drugs in our society. So we listened to the President yesterday, and I think they are far-sighted enough to establish the multi-sectoral ministry to tackle this. So I feel as the people direct representatives, we should have to take the message and the process to our districts so we all can fight this thing together. We are seeing it on a daily basis, and we cannot keep saying our future lies in the hands of the younger ones, the younger generation, and they are fading away slowly to drugs. So I just think it is prudent enough that the panel will see the need that we all put our hands together to fight this drugs, not only on the Liberian society, our borders, and it is a national issue. So that's why I thought it was to promote this communication to seek the indulgence of plenary to establish a committee that will be able to work in line with the executive on this subject matter.
Okay, Honorable Koga.
Mr. Presiding, before presiding, let me comment the Honorable from Magidi County. Mr. Presiding, I would suggest that the IDF profile is necessary, but this rule that we have was temporarily adopted. I will ask or seek your indulgence and set up an ample committee to quickly to track our rules of the 25th. Then the proposal being made can be captured or based on the committee report we know what. So I'm suggesting presiding that we have a 55th rule adopted.
I'm not inclined to go along with that suggestion given the exigency of the moment. On this one, we will change to add this committee since we are now formulating committees. Honorable Liberia.
Honorable Speaker, Deputy Speaker, colleagues, let me join Honorable Koga by saying a very big thank you to our distinguished colleagues from Magidi. In as much as we will want to treat this matter with urgency, Mr. Speaker and colleagues, deputies, I will want us to be reminded that this House went through committee. Honorable Speaker, yeah. If I should say that again, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Sibo. Honorable Speaker, I said that I want us to be reminded that this House went through committee. In and much as we want to treat this with urgency, we have two committees in my mind that I think can follow up on this matter. You have the Committee on Health, you have the Committee on Gender Equity, Child Development, and Social Services. I will suggest that this the communication be sent to this committee so that we can give them the opportunity to go through it in a vast manner. So that we can be creating special committee, and we will not be taking the full potential of the committee, and we will not be getting the best for them. So I would suggest that we allow two committees to take over the communication and report to us. Thank you.
Well, you gotta remember, we have a Ministry of Health and we have a Ministry of Gender. And the President of Liberia saw fit yesterday to establish a separate task force for that, and I think we should have a specialized oversight on that. So I'm inclined to believe that to follow up, we have to Honorable Rudy Berry. We have an oversight responsibility. We have to follow. We have to follow what the president is doing, and we all recognize as an exigency. Honorable Barry has the floor. Honorable Barry has the floor.
I suggest, Honorable Speaker, due to the urgency and the importance of what is unfolding in the country, I suggest that you set up an ad hoc committee to specifically work with the committee or whatever the president has decided, to be able to serve as an oversight.
That's an excellent suggestion. I'm inclined to go along with that. I will entertain a motion in that regard. Honorable Colette.
Mr. Speaker, Honorable Deputy, distinguished colleagues, let me say thank you to the Honorable Speaker for affording me the opportunity to have a motion to close on this matter. Mr. Speaker, while standing on my feet, I move, if I can obtain a second, that the communication received from our distinguished colleague be accepted and an ad hoc committee be set up, or specialized committee, is a choice of technology, ad hoc or specialized committee, to deal with the issues being under consideration from the communication, pending the reviewing and adaptation of the rule of the 55th, Mr. Speaker, if I can obtain a second. Okay, thank you.
It has been moved and seconded that an ad hoc committee be created for this purpose. Are you ready to vote? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed, no. The motion carried. Next. Inquiry, Mr. Sibo.
My inquiry, Mr. Speaker, is contingent on the motion I was just passed.
It has just been voted on.
You just give me the previous. I'm not requesting a decision of plenary. I'm concerned because the motion was clear that until we review this and amend it so that this committee becomes a state committee, because if we do a specialized committee, it will be for a period. We want a committee, even other committee. My point is, Mr. Speaker, we can be definite on the issue of reviewing it so that we change the rule and make this a state committee because of the intent.
The two things are not mutually exclusive. The action by plenary has been taken. The chief clerk will set up the ad hoc committee at the appropriate time. Next.
January 28, 2024. Councillor J. Bonazzi Kofa, Speaker of House of Representatives, 55th Legislation. Reference. Request for the immediate closure of and relocation of the solid waste from the Wenton constitutory site to the Red Lenfield site in order to cause potential health epidemic. Dear Honorable Speaker, we wish to bring to the attention of plenary the The unfortunate sanitary circumstances the residents of Waytown community in Electronic District 4, Montserrat County are currently encountering. Honorable Speaker, with repeated communications previously submitted to the 54th legislature and a slow response of national government to remedy the health challenges faced by the residents of the Waytown community and its immediate surroundings as it relates to the waste management project undertaken by government in 2012, which was completed and commenced temporary operation for the length of 5 years, has metamorphosed into a serious health challenge, posing unbearable health conditions on residents of the affected community. The Chisholm-Berry landfill transitory disposal site established by the World Bank 2 project implementation unit at the Morovia Select Corporation has operated void of considering its social corporate responsibility, leaving residents of the community in health destitution with the contamination of all the underground waters and the annual fire outbreaks in Waytown and its immediate surroundings for over 10 years. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, it will interest you to note that globally solid waste can be utilized for the production of gasoline, plastic ties, organic fertilizer, electricity, and fuel for biogas. Unfortunately, the presence of this project has become hazardous and imposes damaging health conditions on the livelihood of over 35,000 inhabitants of Wellington community and its immediate surroundings. As a fortunality of our cardinal responsibility, Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, we seek the indulgence of plenary for the immediate closure of the Wellington transitory disposal site and the transfer of the solid waste for Wellington solid waste to the Chisholm-Berry landfill site, while we also request the immediate medical and environmental intervention by the Ministry of Health and the Environmental Protection Agency and the restoration of surface groundwater by the Liberia Water and Sewer Corporation. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, and distinguished colleagues, it is our aspiration that plenary takes immediate action so as to curb a potential foreseeable health epidemic in our district and country at large. Best regards, sincerely yours, Honorable Anthony Michael M. Thomas, Representative Electoral District 4, Montserrat County, and Chairman of this Committee on Judiciary. Mr. Deputy Speaker, Honorable ladies and gentlemen, now the reading of a communication from Honorable Michael M. Thomas, Chairman on Judiciary, Representative Electoral District Montserrat 4.
With the reading of the communication from Honorable Michael Thomas, what is your will and pleasure? Honorable Samson.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, having followed the reading of the communication from the hands of Honorable Michael Thomas, District Number 4, Montserrat County, Representative, I move if I can be seconded that this communication be open and that the proponent lead the discussion.
It has been moved and seconded that the communication be open and the proponent lead the discussion. Are you ready to vote? All those in favor say aye. Opposed, no. Honorable Thomas, you have 2 minutes.
Thank you. So, Mr. Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, my fellow colleagues, you listen to the reading of the detail of that letter, and it's clear that our people are dying by the day. That landfill site was established in 2012 with the hope that it would have lasted for only 5 years. That the established, and that was just a transitory site for the disposal of solid waste. It has outlived its lifespan for 5 years, and right now, all of the inner waters in that particular terrain went down, and its immediate surroundings are affected. Our people are struggling with waterborne diseases, and you can't use any well. And in fact, there is no pipe-borne water right now in the entire winter. So that place has to be closed. The cheesemonger is already established, it's sitting way there in plumbing, and it needs to be used. There was a recent fire outbreak which almost cost the lives and property of a lot of people because of the huge stockpile of solid waste. That has been a major challenge. There has been several letters put on the floor of the federal legislature, and we are also projecting this one. At least we can have a closure of that place because it has outlived its usefulness, and our people are dying as a result of that situation. It's a complete health crisis, and there is a foreseeable health epidemic for our people. Thank you. If I'm giving the opportunity later to even be appreciated. Thank you.
The time of the agenda has expired. Honorable Benson.
I meant this view.
Mr. Presiding, Mr. Speaker, Chief colleagues, just hearing the reading of the communication from the Honorable Member from District 4, what I can say is all on a yes-say and she-say basis. Can we establish a more informed...
The honorable man is out of order.
Sorry, apologies. I think it back. Can we be more informed on those hazardous situations that he's talking about from a more informed body like the EPA, the Ministry of Health, or even the Monrovia City Corporation on their choice of the location for the landfill. So I think we need to be more informed before we proceed with this decision.
Honorable Flomo. But isn't this shit in my picture? Honorable Flomo. Yeah, I'm Flomo, bro.
Honorable Speaker, Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, I think our colleague raised a salient issue, but I would like to suggest a way forward. And I think before we can conclude on this suggestion, we need more information. So I suggest that we need to inquire from the EPA and the Monrovia City Corporation as to City Corporation as to what plan they have for now for the landfill over there. And that will inform us of how appropriate. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Honorable Colette.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, please permit me, my opinion on this matter will be given to some extent as an expert opinion. Taking into consideration...
The honorable gentleman, I'm not sure to be classified as an expert, you have to be qualified as such. So we just take your opinion as...
That's why assessment may be taking. May be taking. So it's every matter. So, Mr. Speaker, I want to say that
You will bear with me that this is an environmental issue. And before these things are taken into consideration, the first thing, we must conduct the EIS. That is the Environmental Impact Statement, and the EA, the Environmental Assessment. It is true that I am a resident of District Number 4 and own a property around the vicinity of the damaged site, but it should also be taken into consideration that what the Honorable District Number 4 said, he's definitely right. I'm a witness to that. But Mr. Speaker, I would want to pray the indulgence and all of my colleagues here that when these things come before us, we should be able to do the needful. And what are some of the needful? Not so we might go into business that perhaps we may not have the technical knowledge. The needful will be inviting the sectors in this area. Like you heard previous speakers spoke of the EPA, the various state corporations that of Monrovia, Painesville, and some of the donor partners. Because what I'm suggesting is to ensure that the new landfill that is designated, what we are currently experiencing at the current landfill will not be experienced at the new landfill. So, therefore, if some of these mechanisms are put into place, Mr. Speaker, I think it will help us. So to conclude, if you can kindly accept the people of District Number 2 Bone County this appeal, they will want to move with a motion that this communication be sent to the relevant committee. Mr. Speaker, am I protected?
Information.
Mr. Speaker, Deputy Speaker, colleagues, let me inform this body also that according to the communication that said that the landfill in Cheeseburg was ready, it is not. That was a World Bank project through the MCC that was halted. So let everybody know that that landfill is not prepared, is not ready.
Information sustained.
Mr. Speaker,
we're not prepared for a way forward yet. We'll take 2 or 3 months from this vulnerability.
I cannot prematurely conclude, Mr. Speaker.
You were making a motion.
That's why I said if it meets the approval which it denies, so I have to conclude, Mr. Speaker.
Okay, conclude.
Thank you. So I think my analysis presented, it is hereby supported by the Honorable Distinguished Gentleman from District Number 17. If the landfill in Cheeseburg is not ready, and we prematurely take it there, I think we will suffer from more disastrous as compared to what is going through District 4. So let me conclude to say, Mr. Speaker, that it is my pride and hope that this plenary will do the needful to this communication by inviting all the sectors in this area that they can come and give us an understanding of their express opinion in the way forward in ensuring that this communication is legislatively dealt with. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable Mobility.
Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, fellow colleagues.
Security implication. Honorable Mobility, you got
the issue before us.
They got security implication.
The issue before us, I think, Honorable Speaker, we have to deal with this issue. I can speak for several other areas. So we went all over this country with similar issues. We need to see this matter. We have a relevant committee in this house to set the relevant government agencies to come and address this issue on a national basis. Otherwise, we will be dealing with this issue from district to district, and they are the same, on the Speaker. Therefore, create security. Communication from this before, but we need to use this communication to deal with a national issue so that no other person, because I'm sure Honorable Joe is coming to you with such one issue, and there are several other districts in Ontario that have similar issues. So Honorable Speaker, let's address this issue holistically to have more future security department.
Okay, we'll take a way forward. Way forward, Honorable Noah.
Distinguished I know this issue has been diffusely associated on and given health issues. And the relevant authorities are concerned, I think issue is concerned about the NCC or all the other CCs around the community, including the EPA. NCC and then Sabia before arrest 2,000 so that we can look into it. Because it is important, and I want to repeat when issues from
making a motion that's sufficient. Any second. As we move and seconded that the relevant agencies decided to appear and address these issues on Thursday or next week. Are you ready to vote? In consultation with the deputy, he notes and are inclined to agree that given the fact that there are not being appointments made to some of these agencies, the feasibility of calling them is almost null. So maybe we will entertain an amendment to the motion to send this to the relevant committee. Okay, well, the motion, let's correct the motion first, is to send it to the Committee on Health and Environment, Mines and Environment, and National Security, Internal Affairs. Okay, are you ready to vote? Ready, Honorable Jones.
So the speaker making the
motion for
them now. Because you not signing the committee honorable speaker. You know that I love Biba. That is what I
To the movement, I will be ready to vote for you to consider this simple amendment or the fact that the head of both agencies are not nominated yet, and based upon the crucial nature of what is unfolding in District Number 4. I will be ready to vote for you to consider that the matter be received in 10 words to the following committees. The Committee on Lands, Mines, Energy and Resources will be the lead committee. The Committee on Internal Affairs and the Committee on Health will report to this body within 2 weeks. I will be ready to
according to my giving. Accept that. Accept that. You are inside before.
Are we ready to vote?
Yeah.
All those in favor of the motion as amended, make a note by saying aye. All those opposed say no. Honorable Chief Clerk, can you please confirm with the instruction plenary in communicating to those committees? Next.
Honorable Councillor J. Funati Kofa, Speaker of the Honorable House of Representatives, 55th Legislature, Capital Building, Monrovia, Liberia. Dear Honorable Speaker, reference in equitable distribution and assignment of offices by the Committee on Rules and Order. I have the honor most respectfully to present sincere compliments. In keeping with the House's rule of Section 47.1 that reads, quote, any member or ex-member who claims that his or her rights have been violated or that his or her rights shall be respected, they submit his or her request in writing to the Speaker or to the Committee on Rules and Order, unquote. Mr. Speaker, it is in this regard that I write to draw your attention to the ongoing discriminatory process being employed by the Committee on Rules and Order, where officers known to be in very good condition are assigned to a few of the House's members who are privileged who have been appointed as heads of statutory and standing committees, while the dilapidated offices are the ones being assigned to members and non-members of the aforementioned committees. An action which I find to be disrespectful and an infringement on the constitutional rights of fellow legislators. It should be noted that the Honorable House's committee membership placement could be considered a privileged appointment, while occupancy of offices remain the rights of all lawmakers alike, and should not be done preferentially. All members of this Honorable House were duly elected by the constituents to perform their constitutional duty, and as such should not be in any way marginalized through an act which prevents them from effectively performing this duty. Mr. Speaker, I find the committee's ongoing assignment of office spaces to reflect a system of imperialism, where one lawmaker is made more superior over another. The Constitution being the organic law of the Republic of Liberia, and the House's adopted rules give equal right to all members. When a few lawmakers are given luxurious offices while the rest of their colleagues are assigned the dilapidated cubicles with faulty electrical works, dark corridors, no fire alarms, no heat suctions, no running water, no bathrooms, in some cases, broken doors, amongst other defects, one can clearly see an intentional act of bias and discrimination. Once members are sworn into office, Mr. Speaker, they are constitutionally under obligation to commence immediate and active duty. Where the atmosphere does not exist for such a commencement of their national duty, the same must become a matter of grave concern as it becomes a constitutional breach, the Article 31 of the Constitution of the Republic of Liberia, and an impediment to their legislative function as spelled out in Article 34. In view of the aforesaid, Mr. Speaker, I respectfully request the intervention in having the Committee on Rules and Order employ an impartial assignment and readiness of offices in a timely manner. Since it remains the rights of fellow members to discriminately obtain their fair share of decent and furnished office spaces as their colleagues who are chairs and co-chairs on committees, I will use this medium to make the following suggestions. 1. That the assignment of offices to all lawmakers be suspended until the dilapidated offices are brought up to an equal standard by hiring the services of a construction contractor to perform renovation works on them. 2. That if the process of assignment of office spaces should continue, only offices existing in good condition be assigned, while the dilapidated ones be placed on a renovation. C. That all lawmakers who are not assigned ready offices due to the said renovation works be given decent office spaces within the city of Monrovia, while the capital building offices are on a renovation in order to carry out constitutional duties. 4. That the assignment of office spaces be done per county and in the order of the Honorable House's roll call, denoting the time and order of joining the Republic of Liberia. I trust that, Mr. Speaker, this matter being of the nature which affects the majority of the House's members is addressed in accordance with the House's rules in Section 47, quote, the observance of rights, and 47.2, which reads, quote, notwithstanding the provision of Article 32.2 and Article 24.2 above, where the question of observing the rights is a concern of the majority of the members of the House, the question shall be presented for consideration, unquote. Please accept, Mr. Speaker, the assurances of my highest consideration. Respectfully yours, Honorable Austin Lady Taylor Sr., Representative Electoral District 3, Lane County. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Deputy Speaker, Honorable ladies and gentlemen, that was a reading of the communication from Honorable Austin B. Taylor of Lane County, bringing to the attention of this plenary alleged equitable distribution of offices.
With the reading of the communication from Honorable Taylor, what's your will and pleasure?
Honorable Speaker.
Honorable Danny Arthur.
Honorable Speaker.
What do you need?
Honorable Deputy Speaker, distinguished colleagues, having listened to the reading of the communication from our colleague, I ask that we move to executive to discuss this matter.
Alright folks, so there you have it. That's how we call it a day. The houses go in executive now to discuss the issue. Thanks for following us. Bye bye.